What if I told you the most feared criminal in American history didn't fall to bullets, didn't fall to rivals, didn't fall to the police, but to math? Before he became known as Scarface, Big Al, or Public Enemy Number One, Alphonse Gabriel Capone was just the son of Italian immigrants growing up in New York. This is the story of how a street kid became a king, and how that king lost everything in the most unexpected way imaginable. Al Capone was born in 1899 in Brooklyn, New York, to hard-working Italian immigrant parents. His father was a barber, his mother a seamstress. But the streets outside his home were louder than any classroom. By his early teens, Capone had dropped out of school after punching a teacher, a moment that quietly set his life on a darker path. New York wasn't just a city, it was a proving ground. Capone found his place in the infamous 5 Points Gang, one of the most powerful criminal organizations in New York. Here he learned 3 things: loyalty, violence, and how fear could be more powerful than money. It was during a bar fight that Capone earned the nickname Scarface after being slashed across the face. He hated the name, but the streets never forgot it. In his early 20s, Capone made a decision that would change history. He left New York. Chicago was booming, and crime there was wide open. Invited by crime boss Johnny Torrio, Capone arrived just as Prohibition began, the nationwide ban on alcohol. To Capone, Prohibition wasn't a law, it was an opportunity. Capone co-founded what would become the Chicago Outfit, a criminal empire built on illegal alcohol. But it didn't stop there. The outfit expanded into smuggling, gambling, bribery, and organized sex work. At its peak, Capone's operation earned over $100 million a year. In the 1920s. That's billions today. Chicago wasn't run by the government. It was run by Al Capone. Lived like royalty. Custom suits, armored cars, private bodyguards. Politicians feared him. Police officers worked for him. To the public, he played the role of a generous businessman, donating to charities and opening soup kitchens during the Great Depression. To his enemies, he was ruthless. And then came the event that sealed his legend. In 1929, 7 members of a rival gang were executed in broad daylight. No courtroom could ever prove Capone ordered it, but everyone knew. From that moment on, the government had one goal: take Al Capone down. But here's the problem. They couldn't prove anything. Witnesses vanished, evidence disappeared, juries were terrified. Capone openly mocked law enforcement. He once said, "You can go a long way with a smile. You can go a lot farther with a smile and a gun." And yet, the gun wouldn't be what ended him. While police chased murder charges, one small group followed something else: receipts, ledgers, bank records. Capone never paid income tax. In 1931, he was arrested, not for murder, not for bootlegging, but for tax evasion. The most powerful gangster in America was brought down by numbers on a page. Capone was sentenced to 11 years in federal prison. His empire collapsed without him. Or still, prison wasn't the end. Untreated syphilis slowly destroyed his mind. The man who once controlled a city spent his final years confused, broken, and forgotten. Al Capone didn't lose to rivals. He didn't lose to the law. He lost to time and a piece of paper that proved even kings have to pay their taxes. Because no matter how powerful you are, you can't outrun the system forever.